Hello YouTube, this is Gabriel Davidov coming from New York again, talking about the Ensoniq keyboards. I'm really glad to hear about some of the positive comments that I got on YouTube, and really please ask more, interact with me more. I do these videos because I love doing these videos and I like to share my knowledge. Well, today I'm going to do a combination of both my Logic and one of my artwork, obviously. Well, today it's more about demonstration. I have an incomplete art form that I've done just for the purpose of this demonstration. First, I want to talk about my string sound and how valuable it is to my artwork. This string sound I've created about 20 years ago when I first got the Ensoniq. I wasn't able to create this sound on the VFX SD, which the original Ensoniq that I got. But however, when I got the sd1, I was able to create it there because there's some of the waveforms on this sound does not exist on the VFX SD. It doesn't exist on the sd1. Anyway, here's the sound. Beautiful. I love this sound. This is a great sound. It took me a long time to figure out how to make this sound, but when I finally did it, it came out beautiful. The reason I'm demonstrating this sound is because of how important of this sound to my song. To my songs usually, I'm very melodic kind of guy, and when I write I don't usually put in microtones, but I do have a version of this in microtones here. So this version of it doesn't have the low bottoms as this one. As you see, this one has, sorry, I don't press the microtone one because, you know, it's just kind of like just for the purpose of not changing the mode of the song. This song doesn't, however, the song I'm about to demonstrate does not have a microtone. So I start with the piano before, and let me just get myself a little thing over here. Sorry. Again, let's do it again. Those are real strings that I play. Anyway, so you get the point. The song is not properly mixed or anything like that. It's just been composed. I've had this song in my mind since I was 16, actually, if you want to know more about the song. But I've recorded it a bunch of times, re-recorded it, recorded it. This is the first time I actually uploaded it anywhere. I've never uploaded it to any type of internet site. But anyway, this is the type of music I generally write. And it's so important for me to have that basic string sound. I try to recreate the same sound over here. But I do like this one better. As you can see, this one is a little flimsy and weak, and this one is powerful, very juicy. I can't stop playing it. Every time I have this sound on, I don't stop playing it. Anyway, more other sounds that I didn't show you last time that I have. I have really cool accordions here. Sorry, this is not the one. This one. Now I have also a guitar sound that used to be very, very popular in Mizrahit music, and I talk about Mizrahit music on my previous videos. Here it is. It is with microtones. Another one, which is it's more synth driving sound, and it sounds like. Then, one of my favorite sounds on both of these keyboards, which they actually have the same exact waveform on both of them. So I haven't customized this one yet, but I do have the same exact violin which I have over here. So I'll demonstrate it. Fantastic. Off the top of my head, let me see if I can pull the violin sound over here. Let's see. It's supposed to be here. Solo violin. This is the same violin sound, but it's not edited as I edited over here. It does not have the microtone sound. It sounds like this. So it's the same, identical. It's the same exact wave on both of them, which I haven't specified in my last videos, but a lot of the synthesis wave are not on here. Some of the waves are used here, and they have them both. this sound. And what else do I have? Let me see. So the brass is pretty cool over here too. Let's see what else. Some wind punch. This is an original sound Ensoniq made, which is I still can use it sometimes, but it's fantastic if you do like a movie soundtracks. Fantastic. I mean, they really took a lot of time to create beautiful sound library when they have created this keyboard. It wasn't just made and you go figure it out. The only downsides, which I forgot also to mention on my last video, is a lot of keyboardists do not like this keyboard for the sole purpose reasons that it does not have knobs where you can turn in and switch around your LFOs. Everything comes in a sort of a hidden menu format, which kind of confuses the keyboard players. Because, you know, a lot of the keyboard players, they like the Juno 106 or, you know, the Juno 62 or the Jupiter 6, Jupiter 8, Jupiter 4, those type of synthesis, because, you know, you can sit there and control the LFO as you go. But however, anybody who is going to buy into those keyboards will understand and get a little disappointed because none of them have any effects. And the polyphonies are 8-voice polyphonies, which means you don't have the power in your hand to hit a key of you know, like this. The one on top over here, the sd1, has 24 polyphony, and the one on bottom has 32 polyphony. If you compare it to the Jupiter 8 or Jupiter 6, which come in, I think, 8-voice polyphony, you won't be able to build up a great sound. Although the sounds that come out of those units are fantastically beautiful, superb, clear, with everything sits perfect, you know, the bass, the high, the low. So those sounds are very, very powerful. You can create, and there's a lot of bunch of things, and you can create a lot of modulations and stuff like that out of those sounds. However, when it comes to the effects, you have to use your own effects, where they're using plugins. And that's what people do today. They use plugins in order for them to get this. There are a lot of you know, those waves to sound out good. But if you ever play with a Jupiter 8 or 106 or one of those keyboards, you would kind of find it boring unless you connect it into something like this on its own. You plug it in there, headphones. I don't know if they have an availability jack for a headphone. They would sound very dull and boring, but if you add in the effects and you mess around with the LFOs and stuff like that, you would then get the proper sound. So, you know, before jumping into those old synthesizers, you should look in the option again, something with more like a digital FM type of keyboards. And I do these demonstrations a lot. I don't write music as I used to do. This is more of a hobby these days. I do enjoy doing this stuff. I do take a lot of pride at studying a lot of this synthesis. Anyway, for less talk, now I know I like to talk a lot. Let me demonstrate some more sounds that I haven't demonstrated, or properly at least, with the last week. So I have a sound called Stradivari. So basically it's like a pad. And this sound came with the keyboard originally. I didn't delete all the sounds over here. I didn't reprogram all the sounds. I still use some of the sound that the keyboard came in with here. This is an inspired one. This is one called Passion. in a, and some of the ones that I like to use a lot is let's see, Many Roads, I think, which is a good one. I'll use it a lot of times. Basically, it's these things that make me love this keyboard. It's another one called FM piano in demand. So this one is like a digital piano and a real piano mixed together. This is Deep Teens. Also beautiful. I use this a lot. Yep. And let's see. So, last time I showed you a sound, I didn't play it so properly. Sorry for that. But here it is. I'll do it again. More proper. Like a dirty, nasty organ, and you can also use this sound for a very good lead. Beautiful. I have another version of it, which is it has more of a hard beginning, and sometimes I used to use it for last time also didn't mention the sequencer so much. So right now I have a few type of rhythms that I mess around, and also another thing that I didn't mention, the preset mode. So which is excellent as this keyboard. Like, you know, I can have one hand, I can dissect this keyboard to 3. So is this one. They work both the same exactly. So I can dissect it to 3, or I can use 2 sounds in one hand and 1 sound, or backwards or forwards. So this one's dissected, and I have a clarinet sound over here, so I go like. few beautiful ones. Sequence loop and used to use it as a drum machine and go like basically this is it. I mean, it's not like the new stuff, but it's everything that comes out of it is just beautiful, on point, in time. So anyway, when I first got the keyboard, this one, I remember I was very, very frustrated with it because I couldn't get the sounds that I wanted on a spot. And I spent so much time and hours learning these things. It took forever, really did. But I'm still using it, as you can see. It still works with all my other modern stuff, you know. Yeah, basically this. So in comparison, these are real strings. Let me put them back on. Nowadays I still use real strings. Like over here, show you a demonstration. Right? Those are real strings. No strings anymore. And let's see, take it off solo. So, basso string. Run the harmonizer, arpeggiator on this. get the point. This is how much I love these things. See you again, YouTube. Leave your comments below if you need anything or you have any questions. Fortunately, I get a few requests to zip these sounds in some type of format through the internet to other people. I cannot do that. This keyboard is not compatible with anything. I know that somebody did do some type of way to transfer it electronically through one of these softwares. I don't know how to do it. You know, I'm not that good with this stuff. I am pretty okay, but I'm not that good. I'm not an original keyboard player. I'm a guitarist. I'm doing this for fun. I play the violins, as you can see. I have a whole collection of violins over here. This is how I got the string sounds. Again, look at the keyboard. This is the Ensoniq TS12. And this is the Ensoniq sd1 music production synthesizer. Fantastic. I always knew that this stuff was good stuff. That's why I never got rid of it or switched it over to anything which was more modern. Because there are million. I know, I'm looking around all the time. There are million companies who make keyboards. I think to any keyboards or synthesizer guy, you stick to the stuff that you know better and always keep on developing. You can always add on, you know, plugins and things like that. But if you want to create good music, learn your equipment. Learn your equipment. There's so much more than seem to be in it. Right? You know, and these people who invented this stuff, they really took a lot of time to make sure to perfect these things. I mean, from the weighted keys, from all this stuff, from the weighted keys to the polyphony, to the effects, I mean, I've played around a lot of keyboards. I've been messing around with keyboards since I'm like 12 years old, and you know, I had a lot of the old stuff, the Jupiters and those. You know, you gotta understand, back in those days, they were not collector items, and you could have picked up a Jupiter 6 for like $200 from a used one from a studio because nobody wanted them. They wanted this stuff. I'm talking about back when then. So I messed around with a lot of this stuff, and I wanted to tell you, I always thought that these were very well put together, and whoever made them really took their time to get it right, you know, because I played so many things and there was so much junk out there, you know. A lot of the keyboard companies, they basically throw good sounds at you, good effects, good everything from first touch, but that's all they have. They give you everything. With these keyboards, you basically have to dig and explore and come out and more, and perfect your sound, and perfect it always. And even though it's been 25 years, I still don't know everything about these units. I don't know everything about them. And always I found out something new. I don't play with them as much as I used to, but I always find out new ways to make new sounds, new feeling, new things. And I always say, oh wow, I didn't know this is what this does. And because there are many options, are multitude. I don't always get what am I doing wrong or what am I doing right. But as long as you bring out good sounds, that's what you should focus about if you are a keyboard enthusiast and stuff. Because I had friends that always, you know, would buy a model, oh, the new one come out. They switch it over. And mess around with it, oh, the new one comes out. They switch it over. Oh, the new one comes out. Oh, it has more memory, it has more... They never took the time to perfect what they had to begin with. They always think that with a new one they'll have better perfections. The perfections are in the musicians. They're not, absolutely not in the machines. The machines are good, they're just a tool. The musician is the musician. Anyway, thanks for listening, thanks for watching this video. Have a great day.